you're here. I'm glad you found this video. I know I'm not on camera because I'm not camera ready and I had this a little lazy day, but I had a word that I wanted to get out to you all, a word that's in my spirit, and I have been feeling this for a while but didn't quite have the language for it. And oftentimes, you all know, that's how God does it. You know, he'll take you through a situation, a journey, a scenario, and you won't know what the heck you're in. You don't know what's going on. And maybe like 2 or 3 or 4 months later, maybe a year later, finally you're like, you know what? I think I understand now why I had to walk through that, why I had to go through that. But God said recently your enemies had an opportunity. I say it again. God says recently your enemies had an opportunity to do the right thing by you. They had an opportunity to be polite towards you, to be courteous, to be generous, to be thoughtful. And God says some of them refused. Now, there may have been some people who have, now mind you, you will be aware of this, but there are some enemies people who maybe you're not that close with, who maybe recently may have been, pretty polite towards you or been nice towards you, and kind of may have, taken you by surprise. And that's because they were being obedient. They know that they have been an adversary, and it has not been right. It has not been appropriate. But there are some enemies who have been opposing you and resisting you without a reason, without a cause. Just simply because they're evil, they're wicked, they have a jealous heart. They're very threatened by you, and they are just, I don't want to say hell-bent, but they are hell-bent on just trying to destroy you. And God is saying that they had an opportunity. You may have known about it, you may not have known about it. It may be getting ready to happen, happening now, or just happened. But they had an opportunity to do right by you. And some of those individuals who did not take that opportunity are now getting ready to experience the wrath of God. We have entered the new Hebrew calendar year, and this nation's in a shift right now. And God is saying from now to the end of this year, you are going to see his wrath on your enemies in such a way. It's not going to be a slap on the wrist. It's going to be it's going to be a hard punch in the gut that they will never be able to recover from. God is going to strike your enemies down, and you're going to see them walk through some very hard things. You're going to see some very tragic things happen to your enemies because of how they came against you, because you are a chosen and favored child of God, and God does not play about you.